Claire Egerton, a sports management graduate from Rownhams. Rosie Phelps, a gym owner from Poole. Roger Allen, a personal fitness trainer from Birmingham. And Simon Goddard, an advertising manager from West Kensington, tonight face the ultimate challenge, the might of the Gladiators. Jet. Warrior. Lightning. Shadow. Cobra. Panther. Wolf. Flame. Hawk. Phoenix. Saracen. And Scorpio. Coming to you from the National Indoor Arena in Birmingham, here are the presenters of Gladiators, John Fashnu and Ulrika Johnson.
Hello, good evening and a very warm welcome to Gladiators. Tonight, our 4 contenders will face the ultimate challenge of our gladiators in a series of 6 different events. Using great strength and a tremendous amount of skill, they'll be attempting to gain as many points as possible to give them an advantage in our head-to-head eliminator at the very end of the show. And the winner of that, of course, will hope for a place in our semi-finals.
And naturally, the winners of our semis will go on to meet the gladiators in the finals, where the highest scoring male and female contenders will share a grand prize of £10,000.
So, without further ado, let's meet our very first female contender. She is Claire Egerton. Hello, Claire, and a very warm welcome to Gladiators.
Thank you.
How are you feeling?
Fine, yes, I'm feeling quite confident today.
Well, you're looking very, very fit. I gather you've also got a degree in sports management. How have you put that to use?
I'm a manager of a health and fitness centre.
That's terrific.
Duty manager. It's a big leisure centre with a swimming pool.
And have you gone in for any competitions, being as fit as you are?
Yes, I came second in the Ultra Fit magazine. I only lost by 2 seconds.
Well, listen, you've got some challenges on your hands tonight. Let's hope you come out a true winner. Well done. Claire Egerton.
And the second of our female contenders tonight is Rosie Phelps. Hello, Rosie.
Hello, John.
Now, with respect, Rosie, I think you're our oldest contender.
Yes, I am. I'm 40.
You're 40? What is a 40-year-old lady doing on Gladiators?
Well, I'm fit.
Whoa! Well, Rosie, you certainly have to be very fit to appear on Gladiators. We wish you all the best. Thank you, Rosie.
Thank you.
Event 1 is called Atmospheres. This here is an atmosphere, and our contender will climb inside this 7-foot in diameter ball and will attempt to score as many points as possible by rolling it across the arena floor and the 4 scoring pods.
A score is registered every time a contender's atmosphere rolls over one of 4 pods. It hits a sensor, and that triggers a plume of CO2, like this. Every time the atmosphere hits one of those sensors, that scores 3 points.
Let's meet our gladiators now with John Sachs.
Thanks, Ulrika. Everyone's in good voice as we get set to rock and roll in our first event, Atmospheres. Rosie and Claire will be banging up against our Iron Maidens. Panther, ready to pounce. Gladiator's very own Catwoman, a former Miss Universe, now looking to dominate as Miss Atmosphere. She's certainly got all 9 lives intact. Her partner, Flame, looks all fired up. 6 feet tall, 10 stone. She'll melt you with those smouldering looks. Claire, very fit. She's won a triathlon. She loves competing. And it looks as though she's been doing some homework for Hang Tough and the Eliminator. Rosie's our Little Miss Dynamite. She may only be 5'2", but she's very fast and powerful. She can deadlift 336 pounds. Here she is winning Miss Gold Body 1987. Not bad for 40, eh? Okay, that's enough posing. It's showtime.
Ready!
Our referee, Olympic coach John Anderson, told me one of the great highlights in his life was training David Moorcroft to win Olympic gold in the 5,000 metres.
3, 2, 1.
It's Atmospheres. This will test their mettle. And a great shot there of Claire coming out to play. And here comes Panther. The girl's getting a tremendous speed in those atmospheres. Rosie motoring towards pod 1. Slams the brakes on. Oh, she's missed the pod. Sent flying, no score. Claire on 3. Fails to roll it over the middle of the pod. If you don't get it over the middle, you don't trigger the sensor and release the CO2 plume. Oh, Rosie going for a roll. This on 2 there. Rosie coming up on 2. Great shot there inside the atmosphere. Oh, what a shot. Claire on pod 1. 3 points, our first score. Missing on 4, though. Rosie having problems steering that thing. Once they stop, they take tremendous strength to get them rolling again. Claire makes a move on 3, misses. Running out of time and out of steam out there. Rosie goes for another spin. Claire's the only one to score there, 3 points. Rosie only 5'2" and about 8.5 stone and couldn't get to grips with her atmosphere and spent most of her 60 seconds in spin cycle.
Rosie, was it as hard as it looked?
It is hard. It's hard for me because I'm not very heavy. It's hard redirecting the sphere. That's why I'm well padded, because I tend to roll around in it a bit.
Yeah, we did see that. Any knocks and bumps?
No, I'm all right. I feel good. Feel great. It's good fun.
Lovely. Thanks very much, Rosie.
And the reason she's all right, look at that body armour. Custom made for the event. Inside the atmospheres is a special mesh grille which has been nicknamed the Cheese Grater. Nice sporting gesture from Flame there. Let's check the scores. And after 1 event, Claire 3 and Rosie 0.
Now it's time for a real heavy metal challenge. Let's welcome our first male contender. He is Roger Allen. Hiya, Roger.
Hi.
Now, Roger is our spring chicken. He's our youngest contender at the mere age of
20.
very young, hey? But very, very fit indeed. Now, you're an ex-para, aren't you?
Yes, that's correct.
You must have been the youngest person in the parachute regiment, weren't you?
Yes, I joined as a junior para and then proceeded there to join the parachute regiment adult.
That's terrific. Well, you've done very, very well so far in your life. Let's hope that continues tonight. The very best of luck to Roger Allen.
And the second of our male contenders is Simon Goddard. Hello, Simon. Introduce yourself. What do you do?
I'm the advertisement manager at the Times newspaper.
Whoa! So what are you doing here, then?
Hopefully having a bit of fun tonight.
You told me you were looking forward to all the events. Which one's going to be your favourite?
I really like the idea of the atmosphere.
Well, this is our first one. Wish you all the best.
Thanks
Off
very
you go
much.
to the atmosphere, Simon.
And as the fellas load up into the wheels of steel, or steel as wheel, they'll be stuck in the middle with our dynamic duo. There's Hawk, our Welsh wizard, a real powerhouse with a heart of gold. There's his stats, and there's the irresistible smile. And Hawk has brought his own fan club this evening. There's his daughter Carly, and there's Mum Jane pointing out Daddy. They've come up today from the valleys to watch him at work. Hawk's partner is Cobra, our champion full-contact kickboxer. I wouldn't argue if he kicked sand in my face, especially if he smiled like that. Roger Allen in good shape, trains with Paddy Doyle, the world endurance champion, now a fitness consultant. Here he is demonstrating the ancient art of the funky crab. Get down. Simon Goddard keeps fit with rugby and windsurfing and must be looking forward to the 7 events to come.
I really enjoy Danger Zone, but in actual fact I got more charge out of herring around in those spheres out there. I think Atmosphere is great fun, and I would say that was probably my favourite event.
Contenders, ready! Gladiators, ready! 3, 2, 1!
Here comes Simon, our newspaper executive, gets the presses rolling. And there's Hawk, swooping into action for Atmospheres, 60 seconds of rocks and shocks. Roger makes a play on 1, didn't get it over. The middle, therefore, didn't touch the sensor. If he had, we'd seen a plume of CO2 gas. Simon trying to get things rolling. Gets a direct contact with pod 2. There's the gas, 3 points. Oh, Simon and Roger bang up against each other, doing Hawk and Cobra's job for them. Simon makes a break. Coming up on pod 4, hotly pursued by Cobra and Hawk. Gets the goal, 3 points. Good goal. Hawk and Cobra double teaming Simon. That's not allowed. Now this gives Roger a free run. A breakaway opportunity on 2. He fails to exploit it. Simon on 4. He picks up another goal. Oh, Roger gladiated on the whistle. So Simon picks up 9 points and Roger failed to score. I think Roger had problems negotiating his atmosphere directly over the middle of the pod. As you can see, he makes that breakaway on 2, just fails to centre it. So the scores after 1 event, Roger nothing, Simon 9.
Event 2 is the wall. Just take a look at this. Our 2 contenders have to simultaneously climb this 36-foot wall in just 60 seconds in order to join John Fashanu, who's at the top of the wall.
If a contender gets to the top of the wall here with me, they score 10 points. If a gladiator ranges them off, unfortunately, they don't score any points. But if after 1 minute and they're still on the wall, they still score a very valuable 5 points.
Well, a moment of concentration now as Rosie Phelps tunes in on the awesome prospect of scaling this precipice. She says she loves heights, but this is more than just about climbing. There'll be gladiators hot on their tails. Claire focusing hard too. Claire will have the Phoenix flying up behind her. A wink and a smile. Thank you. That actually belies this powerful frame of our bodybuilding champion, who represented Britain in the Miss Figure universe this year. Homing in on Rosie is the Jet, the pride of the Northeast, a health and fitness fanatic. Those are the stats.
Players ready? Contenders will start on my first whistle. Gladiators will start on my second whistle. 3, 2, 1.
Rosie and Claire get a 20-second start before the ref releases gladiators on them. And I think this event requires great courage. Even though contenders are harnessed up, the prospect of climbing that face using only those small grips must be daunting. Remember, it's 10 points if you get over the top, 5 points if you're still on the wall after 60 seconds. Here comes trouble. Both Rosie and Claire making good progress. Rosie in her element, she loves heights. And look at Claire go. You'd think she was climbing over a garden fence. Oh, that was a fast time. 10 points there. Rosie's still going strong. Phoenix still close behind her. Rosie won't settle for 5. She'll want the full 10. And she's done it. Well done, Rosie. That 20-second start, just a little too much for our gladiators.
Well done, Rosie. You got your 10 points. How was that?
Oh, it's wonderful. I love it. I love the wall. I love heights. One of my greatest ambitions is to fly a Harrier jet.
Well, I don't think you're going to do it here on Gladiators, but I'm sure you might later on. Thank you very much, Rosie. Congratulations, Claire. You got your 10 points, but more importantly, you were one of the fastest ever at the top of the wall. Congratulations!
After 2 events, Claire climbs to 13 points. Rosie clambers to 10. As Simon swallows hard, let's find out what he does for a day job.
I work in publishing. I lead an outdoor life. I'd love to become publisher of a magazine like National Geographic. But if I had to take it to an extreme, I guess I'd like to be on the top of Everest one day.
Well, he hasn't got Everest in front of him, but the next best thing, the wall. Roger should be equally at home up there, being an ex-para. The guys will be pursued by our gladiators. There's Cobra. And Saracen. Saracen very dominant in the events requiring upper body strength, part of his daily routine. 150 squat thrusts and 200 deadlifts with 75-pound weights.
Players ready? Contenders will start on my first whistle. Gladiators will start on my second whistle. 3, 2, 1.
Up and away! Roger and Simon only get 15-second starts. Simon, our ex-Royal Marine, and Roger, our ex-para. This should be a walk in the park. Simon's ambition, remember, is to climb Everest. This will do for starters. Here comes Cobra and Saracen. And that's enough to make anyone get a move on. Contenders pick up 10 points if they get to the top, 5 points for hanging on, and our Gladiators' mission to stop them. And Saracen moving in. He yanks Simon from the wall face. Cobra wrapped himself around Roger for an easy takedown. Impressive work from our Gladiators and no points for our Contenders. Now let's take a privileged view now from Saracen's helmet camera. And as he scales up, he really does move up there. And look at that inviting foot. I think I'll grab that. As he does, Saracen turns his head and checks out to see how his partner Cobra's doing. And he's doing just fine.
For someone who wanted to climb Mount Everest, this really wasn't your game, was it?
Yeah, it's a tough game. Great game. A lot of buzz going through the body, but no, he had me. I thought I had it at the top, but I went from the left-hand side and my hand lost grip.
Are you still wanting to climb Mount Everest?
We'll get round to it one day.
That's the spirit. Well done, Simon.
After 2 events, Roger and Simon failed to make any impression on the wall. The scores remain the same, Roger 0, Simon 9. Event 3 is Danger Zone, our 60-second game of hits and wits requiring quick feet and rapid reactions. And that's the target to hit, which is situated above the Gladiator. Contenders have 4 attempts to hit that target via the 4 weapon stations, picking up 1 point for each weapon fired or 10 points for hitting the target.
This is the crossbow. Highly accurate, but furthest away from the target.
At Station 2, it's the bazooka.
Station 3, the mortar. Now the trick with this one is to get the trajectory just right.
The rocket launcher is at Station 4.
If a contender gets to the 4th station and he still hasn't hit the target, he can crawl through this perspex cylinder and punch a target lower down. But one word of warning, at 10-second intervals, each station is going to self-destruct. And after it's blown up, the contender can't use the weapon.
Our first contender is Claire. She'll be facing the firepower of our urban gorilla, Panther. And she's no pussycat.
Contender, ready! Gladiator, ready! 3, 2, 1.
Claire enters the danger zone, or from Panther's view, a fairground firing range. Claire will want to keep out of the way of that tennis cannon as she zeroes in with her first weapon, the crossbow. Oh, only released that just in time. Weapon 2, the bazooka. Oh, again, she only gets it off a fraction of a second before it blows. It's like firework night down there. There's the mortar. Remember, a point for every weapon fired, unless, of course, she hits the target, then she gets 10. Oh, Panther's picked her off. Looked like a body shot to me. They should be happy with those 3 points. Panther got her claws into that one. Look at the replay. See that? Perfect body shot. And she'll be glad she was wearing her body armor there. Rosie's next. She's kitted up. Looks like something out of Blade Runner.
Contender, ready! Gladiator, ready! 3, 2, 1.
Rosie Phelps, the oldest contender in Gladiators, has picked up a lot of support, including her 2 children who are here this evening, Rod, who's 14, and Melanie, 11. Rosie on the crossbow. Look at that! Bullseye! Eat your heart out, William Tell. Panther gets a free flight. Rosie's delighted. She told me it was her agility that would stand her in good stead against the Gladiators. After 3 events, she takes the lead. Claire 16, Rosie 20. Now it's the men, and behind that cannon, the Howling Wolf.
Well, Roger, earlier on, you said that this event, out of all the events, was your favourite, and you're looking to score maximum points. How do you think you get on?
Well, I'm fast, I'm fit, and the Wolfman, you're just about to lose your fangs.
Well, there you are! Whoa!
Well, that's brave, considering the Wolf is going to be aiming a tennis cannon at him, and it won't be at his fangs. There's the Wolf, just waiting for that whistle. He's ready to hunt.
Contender, ready! Gladiator, ready! 3, 2, 1.
So it's Roger and out. Our ex-para must be weapons trained. I wonder if he's ever fired a crossbow before. Oh, look at that bullseye. Well, that answers my question. That took all of 9 seconds. Wolfie hung out to dry. Roger absolutely delighted. It can't be a full moon. Wolf's not himself tonight. Still, it could have been worse. Could have been a silver bullet. At least he would have died rich. Next up, it's Symes from The Times.
Contender, ready! Gladiator, ready! 3, 2, 1.
Simon, like Roger, weapons trained, an ex-Royal Marine. Oh, he's been hit. Wolf picked him off. He didn't even make it to the first weapon. That has to be the fastest hit. Got him with his second shot. We'll have Don Corleone on the phone in a minute. Look at that. A sniper shot from Wolf to the back.
Simon, what happened?
Very unfortunate. He reloaded very quickly on the second ball, came straight at me. Saw it coming, just couldn't get out of the way.
Well, you're going to have plenty more events to be able to get him back.
Yeah, I'll come back at the Wolfman later on.
Great stuff. Thanks very much, Simon.
Thanks, everyone.
After 3 events, Roger, our comeback kid, takes the lead 10-9.
So the Wolfman finally got his way, but don't forget, we still have 3 more riveting events coming up. So join us after the break when our contenders will continue their fight against the ultimate challenge of the Gladiators.
Welcome back to the National Indoor Arena. And the next event is called Swing Shot.
Yes, John, and this one looks a lot simpler than it really is. As you can see, our 2 contenders are poised on their platforms 15 feet above the arena floor, and they're both attached to shock cord. Now, the aim of this game is really to jump down onto the floor up towards the central pole to try and retrieve one of the 3 different coloured balls. Now, yellow equals 1 point, blue equals 2 points, and red equals 3 points. And then it's way back down onto the floor, up towards their platform, to place the ball in its basket. If the ball drops on the floor, it can't be retrieved. Now, don't forget, there's going to be 2 gladiators opposite them, trying to stop them.
And in this event, our high-flying duo are Phoenix and Lightning. And at 5'7" and 9 stone 7 pounds, Lightning proving she's got more bounce to the ounce. Rosie's shock cord specially adjusted to her individual body weight, so is Claire's. Let's see what she feels about her opposition.
The Gladiators are just an obstacle. I'm definitely not in awe of them at all.
Contenders, ready! Gladiators, ready! 3, 2, 1.
Swing out, sisters. It's the flight of the Phoenix and Lightning Splash swinging against Claire and Rosie. They come away empty-handed, and straight away they get themselves all tangled up. That'll cost them valuable time. I've sorted that out. Now they've got to get back up to the top of those 15-foot towers and really swing their thing. Oh, Claire picks off a yellow. There's Phoenix. Oh, they've got tangled up again, but their wires crossed. Remember, it's 1 point for yellow, 2 for blue, and for the high flyers, red is worth 3. Now, Rosie's struggling to get back up on that tower. Claire gets a yellow safely in the basket. That's 1 point. Springing back for more. Picks off another yellow. Followed by Rosie. Blocked out of play by Lightning there. Claire puts a yellow in the points bank. It's another point. Springs back to the cylinder. She's all on her own. Where's everybody? Oh, easy pickings there. It's another yellow. Rosie swings into trouble. Oh, but time's up. That yellow won't count. Whistle blew before she could put it in the basket. After 4 events, she pulls up the scores on Rosie. Claire 18, Rosie 20. Well, now it's the men's turn, and it's Who Dares Swings. Roger, our ex-para, must be used to jumping from great heights attached to cords. But from up there, it must sure look like a long way down. Simon on top of the world with a special fan in the audience. Ulrika's down there with her.
This must be a very, very nervous moment for you.
It is, it is.
I should say Simon's standing 15 feet above the arena floor, about to jump down. He's only attached to a shotgun. You should be particularly worried because...
We got married this week, and I'm just hoping he's going to make it to the end of the week so we can have a proper honeymoon.
Hey, round of applause, they're just married!
And there's Simon and Pam on their happy day.
Hold up your sign, it's fantastic. LWT, London Weekend Television, it now stands for Look, We're Together.
Well, Pam may have to postpone her honeymoon, but we're delighted to have Simon with us here at the National Indoor Arena, where he's just about to tangle with our gladiators. Hawk. And Wolf.
Contenders, ready! Gladiators, ready! 3, 2, 1.
It's swing time as contenders and gladiators bail out and jump for glory. And in that first dust-up, Simon picks off a yellow. That's 1 point safely in the basket. And Roger with a yellow in his beak. Simon's back up. Gets a blue this time. Roger gets a yellow. Oh, Hawk tries the old body slam. Simon picks off a yellow. Roger thwarts the Wolf, picks off a blue. Oh, Simon misses a blue. Remember, they could only pick off 1 ball per swing. Any left on the floor, out of play. Up he goes. No, Wolf thwarts him that time. It's another miss. Well played, Hawk. Looks like we're right out of yellows on that cylinder. Some good defending from the Gladiators. They're going to have to reach up high to get some scores this time. Coming down. No, out of reach and out of time. Simon and Roger both score 4. And Simon's wife and mum are well pleased with that. There's a great shot of the groom. Something old, something new, something borrowed, and there's something blue. He misses that blue. After 4 events, Roger leaps to 14, Simon flies to 13. Event 5 is Hang Tough.
This event really is very tough and requires a lot of upper body strength and agility.
That's right, Ulrika. Hang Tough, one of the most physically demanding events. The aim of the game is to get across these rings, 55 to choose from, and get to the Gladiators platform on the other side to earn 10 points. But coming the other way to Claire will be Jet. She hasn't got any loose change in her pockets when she does that. There's the Jet fan club, the Jetsters. Jet's job is to make Claire eat Matt. Remember, no headlocks and certainly no tickling. They spoil all the fun, don't they?
Contender, ready! Gladiator, ready! 3, 2, 1.
So Claire can earn 10 points if she gets to Jet's platform, or 5 points if she can get into the scoring zone and hang tough till the whistle. And you may notice contenders' arms are a little bit longer after they finish this event. The ring's 4 feet apart, and it isn't as easy as it looks. She grabs a blue ring. She's in the scoring zone. And so is Jet. Now there's a close encounter of the worst kind for Claire. Jet strikes again. Gets her on the rebound. She's got you, baby. Takes her down for an emergency landing. Another one bites the dust. Not best pleased about that.
Well done, Claire. Well done. So unlucky. I think you got the furthest of our female contenders.
Yeah, I mean, the other day I got right the way across the platform, but, I mean, you didn't have Jet coming for you, so she's very good. And everyone wants to try you. It's difficult hanging on there when you've got a girl strapped around you trying to pull you off. It's very, very difficult.
Jet turning in another impressive performance and ready to take off after Rosie.
My least favourite event is Hang Tough, probably because I'm not really as confident as I'd like to be with that. But hopefully I'll have adrenaline on the day and I'll really be able to go for it.
Contender, ready! Gladiator, ready! 3, 2, 1.
Well, Rosie said she was dreading this event, and she's doing really well. Got a good rhythm going. She may be small, but she's got great upper body strength, and she's not carrying much weight. She's got a blue ring. She's in the scoring zone. Oh, quick change of mind there. Jet cut shorter exit. There's one ringed. Oh, Jet quick to exploit that mistake. Rosie hanging on there. Oh, Jet throws into reverse thrust. Rosie eats mat. Another one bites the dust.
Rosie, great display. You nearly got there.
I know, I hung on, but I just lost it.
Did you have any plans, any strategies at all? Or did you just go for it?
I just wanted to get to the scoring rings and hang on in there.
Well, you know you've got all the mums out there, all supporting you, all backing you, so you've got a lot on your shoulders.
Yeah, I know, thanks.
Thanks very much, Rosie.
Thank you.
After 5 events and 2 takedowns, the scores are the same. Claire 18, Rosie 20. Saracen drumming up support for the Gladiator party. Roger says, you don't get my vote, pal. So Roger's turn to hang tough.
Contender, ready! Gladiator, ready! 3, 2, 1.
And this event stretches everyone to the limit. He's got 60 seconds to work his way across those rings to Saracen's platform, pick up 10 points. Oh, he missed a ring. He's one ringed. Takes a left turn. Got a blue ring there, but Saracen zeroing in on him. Saracen awesome in this event. He's so confident. Look how laid back he is. Checks his grip, takes him down to the basement. Another one bites the dust.
Roger, started off well. What happened?
Well, when the big man gets on top of you, there ain't much you can do.
Well, he's one of the best ones at that.
Yeah, he ain't bad.
Contender, ready! Gladiator, ready! 3, 2, 1.
Simon swings for a ring. What a way to spend your honeymoon. Saracen looking to be the best man. Simon's ambition to climb Everest, but he has his own mountain here to climb. Saracen strikes. Simon hanging on for dear life. 17 stone of Saracen about to pull his shorts down. He must have a good tailor. How does he hang on? Oh, Simon eats mat. Another one bites the dust.
Well, Simon, I think you lost everything, didn't you, nearly?
Yeah, I think I might need a new shirt for the next game.
Was it hard going?
Big guy. Well, these gloves help, but, well, he's a hell of a weight when he's wrapped around your waist, I tell you.
Well, I think he started clinging to you a little bit early, didn't he?
Well, you could say that, but it's all part of the game.
Thanks very much.
Well done, John. Cheers. Thank you.
Well, after 5 events, Roger and Simon managed to hang on to their shirts, and that's about all. The scores remain Roger 14, Simon 13. Event 6 is duel.
On guard!
Ready or not, here comes Claire Egerton. Our gladiator is lightning.
3, 2, 1.
Well, they say blondes have more fun, and these two should have equal fun, about the same body weight. Oh, it's blow for blow. Lick for lick. Claire lands a roundhouse on Lightning. Lightning returns the compliment. Claire going for the KO. 10 points if you can take Lightning down. 5 if she goes the distance. For the full 30. Oh, she steps across. Instant DQ. She's disqualified. No points. That was a real battle. Both giving as good as they got. Here you can see Claire attacks well, and really gives Lightning a hard time, but is overzealous and steps across.
Claire, I guess you already know that as you stepped onto our Gladiators platform, you forfeited the match.
Yeah, it's ever so difficult out there. I mean, you got to keep your balance. She's whacking you really hard. You just got to whack back. But I did my best, and then
that happened.
Yeah,
well done, Claire.
And our cheerleaders G-force shouting, "Don't do it, Rosie." So it's Rosie, our little Miss Dynamite, giving away 5 inches in height and 1.5 stone in weight to Lightning. Terrific mismatch in every department, this.
3, 2, 1.
Let the games begin. Lightning strikes straight away with an awesome combination. That roundhouse shook her. Oh, she's dropped the pugil stick. Oh, Lightning whacked it out of her hand. If you drop your pugil stick, that's a DQ. Disqualification, no points. That didn't last long, but really a mismatch in weight. Oh, look at that. Very fancy. I think that roundhouse was the beginning of the end for Rosie. She must have seen stars. And there it is again. Never quite regains her composure after that. Lightning followed it with a combination of roundhouses. Good night, Rosie. Again, the score's unchanged. Claire, 18. Rosie, 20. Climbing into the ring is the first of our male contenders, Roger Allen. And in the other corner, he faces the awesome might of the undefeated heavyweight champion of Duel, Shadow. Here come the pugil sticks. They're 7 feet long and weigh some. And if you're on the wrong end of one of those coming the other way, you'll know about it. Here comes Shadow, undefeated. Roger getting away 5 inches in height, 8 stone in weight to the mighty Shadow. And here's what Roger's got to say about that.
I have a message for one of the Gladiators. That's Shadow. Hopefully he's got used to that name by now, because that's all he's going to be, my Shadow.
3, 2, 1.
Well, let's hope he's Roger the Dodger, because he's going to have to dodge those blows. Look at that! He can't take much more. Roger takes a dive, and who can blame him? As you can see, once the Shadow gets to work, he's relentless. It's a question of what's going to break first, Shadow's pugil stick or the contender. Take that. Uli's with Roger.
Roger, that was really over before it had begun.
I know.
I wish it had gone on a bit longer, actually, because it would...
When 20 stones on top of you, that much you can do.
You're absolutely right. Never mind, Roger!
And as Roger makes his way to the locker room, say a prayer for Simon Goddard. He's next to face that pugil stick punishment meted out by the Shadow. And just look at that determination. Look at the power. If I was Simon, I'd bail out now. High-octane action. Duel.
Contender, ready. Gladiator, ready.
Only 16 inches separate those platforms. He changed places with Simon now.
3, 2, 1.
Shadow straight to work. It's hammer time. Oh, he's down. Simon's out of there in less than 5 seconds. Gladiator's own Dark Destroyer cuts down all who stand before him. As soon as that whistle blows, the Shadow goes to war. And even in slow motion replay, Shadow's attack looks fast and furious. That 4th roundhouse did it, and Simon was down and out. Uli's ringside with the smelling salts.
Simon, what can I say? He obviously gave you a good beating.
He's got a really pretty face up there.
I was just going to ask you, is it intimidating at all?
Well, I got a lovely one blow to strike to the white of the eyes, and then he came heavy over the left shoulder, but it's good fun up there.
He's pretty awesome.
He's a pretty big guy.
Here he comes. That's what we like to see.
That's what friends are for. That Shadow's work done for another week, and as he and Simon leave the arena, a look at the scores after 6 events, no change. Roger still on 14, Simon on 13.
Well, our contenders have shown a lot of courage facing the Gladiators, but they're going to have to find a lot more because they've got to come down the zip line on the last event, the Eliminator, after the break.
Welcome back to the National Indoor Arena, where we're once again preparing for our Eliminator. Sudden death, ladies and gentlemen. You should know by now that whoever wins this will earn a place on our leaderboard. Rosie's ahead by 2 points. Remember, each point is worth half a second, so therefore Rosie gets a 1 second head start.
Well, Rosie, you've been a tremendous inspiration to all the women. How do you think you're going to do in our last event?
I've got no idea, but I'm going to give it a good try.
Well, I think we all wish you all the best.
Thank you very much.
Well, Claire, I've watched your progress so far. How do you feel now?
I just want to do the eliminator, give it 100% and just see what the result is.
That's the spirit we like. Let's, without further ado, hand you back to John Sachs.
Thanks, Julie. In the Eliminator, 9 obstacles stand between our contenders and victory. 20 feet of cargo net over, down the slide, front or back. Then it's 9 feet of scramble sheet. Negotiate the overhead traverse. Should you fall, 10 seconds penalty. Then a gravity-defying 20-foot dash across the rolling beams, onto the second cargo net and up to that platform and zip line. Of course, their final obstacle is that punishing travelator.
Rosie, you will start on my first whistle. Claire, you will start on my second whistle. 3, 2, 1.
1 second, no real advantage for Rosie. Both girls perform well on the wall, so the climbing obstacle should prove no problem. They couldn't be much closer. Neck and neck as they go down the slide. Up the scramble sheet. The overhead ladder is a particularly demanding obstacle requiring upper body strength. There's nothing in it. Rung for rung. They touch down together. And Claire gets a better run across the rolling beam. Rosie clawing her way back into contention on the cargo net. What a battle. The most grueling obstacle course ever designed. Claire hits the platform first. Rosie struggling a bit. Claire sweeps down that 90-foot zip line. Splashdown. And a real look of determination as she readies herself for the travelator. And she sprints up. Tremendous acceleration. Through the paper burst, Geronimo! Claire's the victor. And no sign of Rosie. Oh, she lost it on the travelator. Looks like Rosie's lying down on the job. This is the cruelest obstacle on the course. It zaps your strength and spits you out. Rosie determined not to let this thing beat her. This 40-year-old mother of 2, an inspiration to everyone. Remember, there are no losers on Gladiators, just winners and runners-up. Look at that, true grit. Come on, Rosie. The crowd right behind her grabs the rope, through the paper burst. Rosie Phelps, what a fantastic contender. Just lost it on the travelator.
Claire, what can I say? Very impressive indeed, and that look of delight as you were kicking on the mattress. Well done.
Thank you very much. I just knew that I had to do this. Quite fit, and I just really wanted to do it.
Well done.
Thank you very much.
And this was the moment the race swung in Claire's direction as she hits the platform first, gets across to the zip line, and it's 0 to 60 in, oh my gosh, 90 feet down to the crash mats. Dig deep, and then power up that travelator. And Claire Egerton swings through for a place on the leaderboard. Here's Fash with Rosie.
Well, Rosie, great event. You're still a winner anyway. Anyone you want to thank?
Well, I want to thank everyone at my gym. Shapes in Pool, thanks very much. And the Royal Marines, who helped both Nikki and me. I've lost my breath. They really enjoyed it. It's been really good fun.
Well, that's the most important thing, enjoying it.
Yeah.
Thanks very much, Rosie.
So Claire Egerton takes 3rd place on our leaderboard. Remember, it's the 4 highest scoring women from all 6 heats who win places in our semi-finals.
My legs are gone there. Thank you.
In the men's, Roger is 1 point in the lead. He gets half a second start for each point, which means a half-second head start on Simon.
Well, Simon, firstly, how are you enjoying your honeymoon?
Well, we hope to get round to that a bit later on after this event.
Now you're looking forward to this. Now there's a special reason why you're looking forward to this particular event. Why is that?
Indeed. Well, Roger over there is an ex-paratrooper, and I'm an ex-Royal Marine, and I think we couldn't find a better event in order to settle our contest.
What a way to go out! Way!
Roger, as an ex-para, this must be a piece of cake for you.
Hopefully so, to give me the best shot. We can ask for more.
Absolutely. Who could ask for more? But we will ask for more. We'll ask for John Sachs.
Thanks, Julie. This time the men used the overhead handbike. Roger explained why he's looking forward to this final event.
Because it's a combination of strength, endurance, a combination of skills, which I think that I'm good at. And the combination should hopefully bring me that title.
Contenders, ready! Roger will start on the first whistle, Simon on the second whistle. 3, 2, 1.
So it's whistle while you work, and for our ex-para and ex-Royal Marine, this must bring back memories of the old square-bashing days. Simon's new wife Pam and mum and dad are in the audience this evening, cheering him on. It's neck and neck as they come down the slide. It's up the scramble sheet to the overhead handbike. A really tough obstacle. You must try and keep your lower body still while the upper body does all the work. Looks like neck and neck as they splash down together. Roger gets onto the rolling beam first. Simon, he's there. He's always onto the cargo net. And there's nothing in it. On Gladiators, the toughest get tougher and the best just get better. I think we'll get the Minister of Defence down here. Might pick up a few tips on their assault courses. It's both on the zip line together, like a scene out of Earl's Court Royal Tournament, except, of course, they'd be carrying cannons on their back. Oh, it's close, but Roger takes a shortcut. Here comes Simon. It's ever so close up the travelator. They grab the rope. It's going to be close. Oh, Geronimo together. It's going to be a photo finish. They're both cream-crackered. They gave it their all. And now it's up to technology to tell us who the winner is. Like those photo finishes at the Olympics. And there's a lovely sight to greet you. Here's Uli.
Roger, I have to ask you, are you the winner?
Yeah, I'm airborne. Parachute regiment. What more can I say?
Simon, who do you think won?
A layer of boot polish between us, I couldn't tell you.
Well, our monitors will show that in a minute. Well, hold on.
Thanks very much.
And they don't come closer than this. As Simon said, it couldn't have been anything more than a lick of boot polish between them as they matched each other stride for stride up 20 feet of cargo net. Arriving at the overhead handbikes, neck and neck. And this is where they both had to search their souls and dig deep into that courage bank as they gave it all they've got on those grueling handbikes. Roger got across the beams first, but Simon made up ground on that second cargo net. And from here on, it was like synchronized eliminator. Look at that. Stride for stride, both arrive at the platform together. Down the zip lines, 90 feet to the ground, hit the crash mats together. But Roger took the shortcut and Simon goes for the long run-up, which pays off for Simon because Roger's floundering at the top there, grabbed the ropes together, burst through simultaneously. Our adjudicators watched the replay several times from every angle and could honestly find hardly anything, if anything at all, between them. So we played it again and watch for the paper. Look for the burst. Both burst through exactly at the same time. Let's check it again. Well, can you split the difference? For the final decision, over to John Fashanu.
Well, after our experts have watched it in slow motion, we're declaring it a dead heat! Well done, you two great sports.
Terrifically exciting, Roger. You've hurt your arm a little, but what happened?
Yeah, it was on the handbike. I've been carrying the injury all day. When I got on the handbike, it just set it off again. But it was just pure parachute regiment courage that kept me going all the way through the red beret and got me through right at the end.
We've seen what it's like to go against a paratrooper and a Marine, and you're both very, very
Very
fit.
tired indeed. I just hope the guys in the messes all around the country enjoyed that as much as we did.
Thanks very much, both of you.
So Roger and Simon's names join the men's leaderboard, but remember, it'll be the 4 highest scoring men in the prelims that'll go through to the semi-finals. So we'll wish good luck to Roger and Simon.
Leave your gym kit on and keep those muscles warm because the physical challenges get tougher in New American Ninja Warrior next. Next Sunday at 7, you've got a date with Shadow, Hunter, Jet and Lightning. There'll be more new Gladiators here on Challenge.